Mm. Let me tell you something. This right here is the difference between being broke and to becoming a chef. Same egg, 5 different mindsets. Let's talk about it, shall we? Welcome back to the Grub Grind, where food is the conversation and the hustle is the story behind it. My name is Uzyiah. Today's episode, this one is personal because if you ever struggled, if you ever had to stretch a dollar, then you already know eggs weren't just food, they were survival. So, first egg that I would say was like a survival, I have to get myself a pan. But the first egg that was a simple survival, simple thing that we all know and love is a scrambled egg. So with the scrambled eggs, it was raw, it was minimal, it was something that anybody and everybody could do, whether it's on a non-stick pan, cast iron skillet, doesn't matter. Everybody knows how to scramble eggs. You don't know how to scramble eggs? Welcome. I'm gonna teach you how to scramble an egg, okay? All right, so we crack one of the huevos, aka eggs. We're going to crack an eggs. This is where it gets complicated, okay? Because people like some egg whites on their scrambled eggs. People like the emulsified egg. If we really want to get to the logistics of everything, there's a lot of styles of eggs, scrambled eggs that you can do, okay? So let's just start with the basics, all right? Let's just start with the basics, scrambled egg. First, obviously, you want to get a pan and you want to turn on the heat. We're going to turn on the heat. All right. So we're starting at the bottom. Okay. No butter. If we had that. All right. No butter. Maybe oil, salt if we even had it. Because this is the scrambled egg that was the struggle egg. Okay. This is what everybody knows how to do. All right. Now, some of y'all ate eggs with nothing. Don't be embarrassed. It's okay. Me too. We are going to put the eggs. I already have one. Like, y'all can see I already have one egg that is cracked in there. So we're gonna do it. Boom. We're gonna put 2 eggs in there. All right. And yes, we're gonna eat all these eggs. So as we're preheating the pan, we're gonna grab a fork or some kind of whisk, and we're just gonna whisk it. Sorry for those that are listening on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, but I want you to envision what we have going on. We're emulsifying the scrambled eggs. Let me know. Do you like to scramble your egg in a bowl before putting it on a pan, or do you just like to scramble and just crack the egg on the pan? Let me know. So we're gonna continue to put some of this. Like I said, this is the struggle egg. So we're gonna put no butter, maybe some oil if we had it. Okay, so we're gonna put a little bit of that oil, a little bit of that food loop. Boom. We're gonna put a little bit of that. You gotta let it touch every surface of that pan. And we love doing this. So this is like second nature. Then we are going to right there. Right there. I don't know if y'all can see that. And if you can't, I'll put it closer to the camera so y'all can see. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that scrambled egg, y'all. So we're going to turn up the heat a little bit. I had it on medium. Oh, sorry. I know y'all crazy thinking I'm crazy with putting my fingers in there. Oops. That is years of experience, ladies and gentlemen. Years of experience of doing that. And don't worry, I don't do this at the restaurant. We don't finger nobody's food. Pause. But yeah. Oh, that's crazy. This is how I scramble my egg, okay? This is very simple, okay? Like we can use a spatula, scramble it like it is, but because of how I've been taught and how I learned at the restaurants, this is how I scramble my egg, okay? Don't judge, but this is how I scramble my egg. And then we're going to keep flipping, 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 flipping. And then we're going to turn off the heat, flip it one last time, and bam. Scrambled eggs, y'all. Look at this. Let me see if I can bring it closer to y'all. Look at this. Scrambled eggs. Now look at this. Doesn't this look like something that, don't that look good? That looks really good. Look at that. It's soft. It's emulsified. It's airy. It's good. And it's good for like an egg in the beginning. Like, it's so good. So we're going to put this one to the side. Now, don't lie. Even though we struggled and we've made a scrambled egg and that's all we've had, when we put ketchup on our scrambled eggs, we call it gourmet. Don't lie. We all know whether it's hot sauce or whether it's ketchup. We thought we were like, Salt Bay. We're like, that looked good. You know what I'm saying? During those times that we don't have a lot and all we have is eggs, milk, and like the essentials, these are meals that brings a lot of teaching that most people don't ever learn. Because when you don't have options, this is when you become creative with your food. And also, being broke doesn't mean that you lack skill. It means that you're in training. So remember that. Remember that. All right, so now we're going to be leveling up. We're going to be cleaning up our pan a little bit because it's a dry clean. Boom, 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 bada bing, bam, pow. Boom. Alrighty. Now we're going to be leveling up. This is when life is not perfect. All right. But it's a little bit better. A little bit better. What we're going to be doing is a fried egg with some toast. Maybe a little bit butter if life's going the right way. You never know. So let's get it started. We're going to turn on the flame again. We're going to put a little bit of that flame, put it on medium heat. Grab some of these eggs. And we're going to start with our toast. Now, this is optional. Depending on your dietary restrictions or however you want, you adjust it to how you like it. But personally, I think sourdough and multigrain are my favorite breads to toast to put an egg on top. So let me go get that bread. Hey, we're keeping it in theme. We're keeping it in theme. It's a little bit better. We got great value white bread, okay? Keeping it in theme. All right. Life's treating us well. We're able to get some bread while we're getting that bread. And we're gonna grab a piece of bread and we're gonna toast it. Bang! Oh, what the smell? Oh, there we go. And we wanna put this back the way it is because we don't want any single piece to spoil. Remember, life is treating us good. This is the stage where you're not surviving anymore. This is where you're stabilizing and you're still grinding, but now you got a vision. You know what I'm saying? Now you got a vision. So we're going to go again with a little bit of olive oil. Bada bing, bada boom, pow. We're going to do a little bit of that. Okay. Then we're going to make sure that goes well. Keep it on medium. And we're going to fry an egg. Okay. We're going to fry it. We're just going to fry a little bit. We're going to do what we got to do. So we're just going to crack it one-handed and put it right there. Listen to that. Listen to that. Dude, that sounds, I love that sound. I'm going to spread a little bit of that egg white. A little bit of that egg white. As the egg is frying and the bread is toasting, I'm going to ask you a question. In this stage of leveling up, what type of condiment or sauce would you put on your fried egg? What would you add to this fried egg to make it a level up of the struggle egg? What would you put on there? Let me know. Let me know what your thought process. Right now we started with the struggle egg. We got the scramble thing going, blah, we got that going. Now we're with the comfort egg. Now we got fried eggs with some toast. Now we're getting comfortable. Now we're getting into that zone, Would it be bagel seasoning? Would it still be ketchup? Would it be red, Frank's red hot sauce? Would it be Louisiana hot sauce? Would it be Valentina? I mean, you let me know. Shoot. Jardinier, who knows? And the bread is toasted, and this is what's looking like right now. We got the toast. We're gonna put it here. Sticking to the theme here, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna still be using paper plates. There's nothing wrong with paper plates, okay? There's nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with paper plates. I always ask anybody. I love paper plates. All right, so this is a fried egg. We're gonna keep waiting for it to cook a little bit more. We got a little bit of that egg white still that is not cooked around the yolk. So we're going to move it around just a tad bit. Just a tad bit. I like this sunny side up egg, but it would be fried on the bottom. Like it would have its crispy edges And, I would sit that on top of my ramen. Speaking of which, ramen, goated. Don't care. I know that it's bad for you. I know that it's not good for a lot of people. It can mess with your stomach and whatever, bro. God created ramen noodles for me to eat. So I like it. Okay. Going back to fried egg. So we're going to put a little bit, since again, we leveled up a little bit. We're going to grab some butter, and we're going to grab a little bit of that and smother the butter on the toast. And then we're just going to put that piece of egg, slide it, just so everybody can see. Look at this masterpiece. Ready? Slide it on there. There we go. Turn off the heat. Always safety precautions. And look at this, y'all. Look at this. Look at this. Fried egg on toast with butter. Look at that. Doesn't that look immaculate? Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Now you're seeing the difference between struggling and that you're seeing your way out of the struggle. You know what I mean? Like, now you're getting to the, all right, I see where I'm going. I see where I'm headed. A little bit of that toast with that fried egg. Me personally, I'll put some chili oil on that. Chef's kiss. Now we're going to get to the hustler egg. This is the people that hustle and grind, and you know what I'm saying. Now we're getting into that hustle mode. Okay, so with this one, the hustle egg, you might ask, what is it? It is an omelet. And now people are like, bro, I'll make omelets when I'm struggling. Yo, but you be hustling though, right? Now, this is when you start putting things together. It started making sense. You struggled, you got your vision going. Now you're putting pieces together, hence the omelet. You got a little cheese, maybe some leftovers, onions, peppers, whatever, So let's start with the eggs. We're going to do 3 eggs. Crack them. Oh, no. No shells. No shells. No shells. Never put shells in your eggs. Boom. We got 3 eggs. And get to whisking. Whip. Now that we're getting to this point, this is where, we got some time to put things together. We want a little bit of that flair on our omelet. We're trying to just get things together. You know what I mean? At this level, you're starting to use what you have instead of complaining about what you don't. You get my drift? So now that we have the egg nice and whisked up and emulsified, now that you have that, we're going to, again, start the flame. Propane. Better start that flame. Propane. If you know where it's from, comment down below. Let me know. Let me know what you think. Where you think that's from. Propane. Gotta start that flame. All right, we're gonna put a little bit of that oil. Bam. Bam, bada beam, bam, pow. And we're gonna grab some of the veggies. I already have pre-cut veggies because in our household, we always enjoy onions. I swear, I'm not lying to you. There's always onions. Look at this. Y'all don't believe me? I always have onions on deck. Always. We always gotta have onions on deck. Always. Now, with an omelet. This is gonna be a very weird omelet. And I'm going to be showing you guys a secret, okay? This is the type of secret, the secrets of secrets that the restaurant business teaches us, the chefs, how to do an omelet properly, okay? So I'm just letting y'all know this is how I was taught, and I'm giving you guys a restaurant secret, all right? So now that we feel that it's getting there, it's getting a little hot. I'm gonna put a little bit more oil actually because we're doing an omelet. I keep forgetting. Then we are going to be grabbing the veggies first. All right, so we got some onions, layers. You hear that? Listen to that. Then we're gonna have some jalapenos, aka jalapeno. Bam. Depending on how much you want. We're just gonna make it simple, onion jalapeno, okay? It's life is good. We hustling. And then we're gonna saute that. Turn it up a little bit. Whip. I'm telling you, this is what happens behind the kitchen in every breakfast restaurant, food chain that you will ever see. This is what happens in every restaurant. I don't know about the technique that I'm about to show you, but at the ones that I worked at, with some good music, good people, and we're going to put that egg, emulsified egg, whipped egg, whatever you want to call it, and then we move it. Immediately, we want to move it. Immediately, okay? Now, I forgot. I'm going to hurry up. I need to hurry up because I forgot to grab cheese. This is the part where we grab cheese, okay? Now we're going to move it from the bottom, and then we're going to do this. And then we're going to put cheese in the middle like that. And this is how I fold my eggs. We just like use the edge and do that. Then we catch the rest of the egg. Sorry. Boom. That's cheese, and we just let it sit there. Sticking with the theme, we're just letting it close up. And then look at this. We're just finishing up the edges. And bam, we turn off the heat. And that is the omelet. Ladies and gentlemen, look at this. Look at this. The omelette. This is the hustle egg. Look at that. Sits beautifully and perfectly. I'm going to set that to the side. And honestly, hustle is just learning how to use what you have. Like literally everything that you learn and everything that is in your mind, it's learning what you already know and making it work. Hence why in the beginning, the struggle egg, I didn't use a spatula or anything to scramble the egg. I should have, but it's just embedded in my brain how to scramble an egg like that, like how the restaurants do it. Now that our surface is clean and well, we're going to get to the chef egg. Okay. Now this is the little tiplets that I gave you about the restaurant. Now we're getting down to the nitty and gritty. Okay. With this one, we're going to grab a pot and we're going to put water and let that heat up. As we're waiting for the water to boil up, to get to a rolling boil, we're going to get some bread and make this fancy avocado toast. What I'm going to be using is a rice cake because we're getting into chef mode. Now I'm going to show y'all how to get into that a little bit. I'm a little excited, actually. I love avocado toast. I don't know about y'all, but I love avocado toast. Whether it's on, like I said, sourdough bread, multigrain, try it. If you haven't, trust me, amazing. So with this one, we're going to cut a little bit of that avocado, aka avocado. Some of that avocado. I don't know if I want to show y'all this, but this is the part. We have an avocado. And look at the shell. You just peel it. Listen, I'm just giving you guys some tiplets on restaurants. This is how we do it. That's how we do it. And then we just throw away the peel. We're going to cut a little bit of this avocado. Get some slices. Only do half of it. Spread it apart. Bada bing. And then we're going to slice thinly some tomato. Or someone that I know calls it the red ring of death, aka the Xbox. We got this at a rolling boil. Flat surface, always flat surface. Crack. And let it go down. Bada bing bam pow. And let that cook. Now this is the chef mode. You have to have a mental timer when you know that the poached egg is going to be done. So, resuming with the presentation, we're going to put some tomatoes. Then we're going to peel, aka shave, some cucumber. Give it some cucumber shavings on here. Give it that chef twist. Look at that. We're just going to put that on top. Oh, look at that. Look at that. See that? All right, just a tad bit. How did I know that was going to happen? Boom. Then we're going to put some of that motion of the ocean, aka salt. A little bit of the sal, just a tad bit. This is what it looks like while the egg is poaching. Look, this is the presentation that we have. Okay. All right. We're getting into chef mode now. Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting into that chef mode. We have the rice cake. We put avocado on the bottom. Then we put thinly sliced tomatoes and some nicely thinly shaved cucumber. Since we're stepping into the chef territory, this is where low heat, this is where patience, this is where technique comes from. You are seeing it firsthand here that this is where the discipline shows up. You know, we have to know when this stuff is done. We have to be disciplined to not rush things and have it in our brains that, you know, we're trying to cook something of excellence. Because, you know, anybody can cook fast, but not everyone can cook right. And I could be at fault. Sometimes I won't cook good, you know? Hey, hand up. I can't, nah, my food doesn't always come good all the time. But when we get to this level, this takes time. This takes perseverance. This takes discipline. For those that are in the kitchen, listen to me. Discipline is doing it right, even when nobody is watching. So if you're out there in the hospitality industry and you're a cook, you're a chef, hey, first of all, shout out to you. Tippable. I love everybody that is in the kitchen. I feel you. I know those struggling days, mentally, emotionally, even physically. But just remember, it all pays off. Okay, so now I skimmed a lot of the egg out and we're just going to see what it looks like. Okay, well, this egg is definitely ready. I already had it clocked mentally. Clock it, like my sister-in-law says. Clock it. So we got this. Let me see if I can do it. Let me see if my skill can show it to the camera. Look at this, y'all. Perfectly poached egg. Look at that. Oof. That just looks so beautiful. Now we're going to put it in the middle. Boom. We're going to put some ground black pepper. I put too much on it, but that's fine. And then our personal favorite, my preference, how I like it. This is me. If you don't like it, don't do it. You could put bagel seasoning at this point. So it's optional, but I'm going to put crushed red pepper flakes. And bam, this is the chef mode poached avocado toast. It's delicious. So now we put that one to the side. Now we're gonna get to the boss level. That boss level. That boss level. We're gonna get to the boss egg. So we're gonna shut off the flame because hazard. Now, this could be any type of egg that you want to make. Me personally, egg sandwich. This is the same eggs. We're not using different eggs. We're literally grabbing a carton of eggs and we're making it. We whip. This is the difference, okay? We're still grabbing the same large eggs that we get from Walmart. Now, at this level, it's not about cooking at this point. It's about how you present yourself, your identity to the world. And it's not about what you make, it's how you present it. And that's why we're doing an egg sandwich. With this one, we're going to use the same bowl, crack one egg. We just need one for this one. We're going to emulsify it. Whoa. So for the bread, we're going to be using a bagel. I have the pan already preheating on medium high heat, and that's where we're going to toast the bagel. We already whipped the egg to put it on this pan. So what we're going to do is we're going to start the flame. So as we're getting everything prepared, we're going to put a little bit of that olive oil in there. Chef's kiss. Now we're going to open up the bagel. Now this is where people are going to judge me, but don't care. I'm just going to do it regardless. This is where we're going to grab a little bit of that mayonnaise and we're going to spread it evenly on the bagel. Grab the bagel. It's hot enough. And we're going to put it on the pan. Going down to medium. I'm just gonna gently press it, just a little bit. Gently press it and let it sit there for a bit. And while we have this going, we're gonna put our whipped egg and let it cook. And we're gonna be doing the same technique that I learned and that I use all the time for a scrambled egg, okay? This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna wait for it to cook up a little bit. And then we're gonna have a little bit of that cheese in our hands already. So we're gonna scramble this egg. Scramble, 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 scramble. Get all the egg pieces. We flip. We're looking for that presentation side for this egg. And I'm gonna put some cheese on there. Some Chihuahua cheese. And then we're gonna flip. And what we're doing here is we're trying to melt the cheese as quickly as possible. And yes, another tiblet, this is what restaurants do to melt your cheese. And then, there we go. Boom. And look at that. Melted cheese. Y'all don't believe me? Look at that. Cheese is melted. Now we're going to put the egg on the side. Keep that ready and going. Put the flame over there. We're going to check the bagel. It's almost there. While we're waiting for the bagel to toast, I want to ask y'all something. What stage are you currently in? Are you in the struggle stage? Are you on your stabilizing stage? Are you in your hustling stage, discipline, or are you in boss mode? Be honest, because I know y'all lied about the pineapple on pizza. I know y'all lied. Don't gotta lie to me. This is a safe place. Don't lie. I know y'all lied about that pineapple on pizza. Now we're gonna flip over. Going back to the bagel, we're gonna flip it over. And look at that. That just looks so beautiful. And since we made space in the pan, we're going to put your choice. Again, dietary restrictions, whatever y'all want to do, it's on you. But I'm going to show y'all what I can do. You hear that? This is grade A American-made bologna. Bologna. Everybody's looking at me like, bro, that is not going. Trust the process. Trust the process. We're going to allow that to cook for a bit. And then we're going to grab it and flip the bologna. Alrighty, we're going to grab the bread. Now that it's nice and toasted, we're going to grab the bologna. This is the bottom part. It is. We're going to grab the bologna and we're going to put it on the bottom of the pan. Turn off the flame. Cross it over. So we're going to put bologna here. There's no need to put mayonnaise. No need to put mayonnaise. It's already caramelized in the bagel. We're going to thinly shave some tomatoes. Now, the reason why I choose to, I wish I had a mandolin with me, but the reason why I choose to thinly shave tomatoes is because when you have this big, thick piece of tomato, it's always, it doesn't matter where you're eating it. It could be a BLT, it could be a sandwich, whatever it is. The tomato always seems to slip out every single time, every time. Then we're going to put a little bit of that ocean motion. We call that fresh sea salt, just a tad bit. Boink, boink, boink. Bam. After that, we're going to put the egg, the scrambled egg with the cheese. Then what we're going to do is we're going to put thinly shaved cucumber as well. Kind of like the avocado toast. Trust the process. I promise you, you're going to love this. I promise you, you're going to love this. So then, after you're done putting that, we're going to put a little bit of that bacon bits. Trust me, trust the process. I promise you, it's going to be worth it. What I'm using is the chips bacon flavored one. Okay. All right. And this is just one of my sandwiches that I like to do. Then we're going to grab some oregano. I would say like a quarter teaspoon, some Mexican oregano, put a little bit of that, some black pepper, put a little bit of that. And this is the crazy twist part. Okay. Just listen, trust the process. I always say that. Trust the process. Then We're going to put some avocado. Boom. Put it on top so the bacon bits do not fall. And then, this is the crazy part. Ready for this one? We're going to use some red wine vinegar. And the top part of the bun that has nothing on it, we're going to douse that in red wine vinegar. Look at that. Let that douse in there. And then we crown our sandwich. And because it's boss mode, we're going to grab the sandwich and put it in a plate. And voila, look at this. Look at this sandwich. I know you guys, I know y'all looking and judging already, but just wait. Alrighty. All right, so we're going to put some toothpicks on this sandwich because what we're going to do is we're going to slice it. I want to show y'all this. Do it this way. And we're going to put it with the rest of the eggs. Now we have all the 5 eggs that we have here. We have the struggle egg. We have the stabilizing egg. We have the hustling egg. We have the discipline egg. And we also have boss mode. Now we're going to do a little bonus mini game. We're going to call it broke or bougie. Okay. So I'm going to name it. You tell me if it's broke or if it's bougie. Let's start with egg sandwich with ketchup. Me personally, I'm a dipper. I like to dip my sandwich in my ketchup. Now, what about an egg white omelet? I'm going to tell you right now, and I mean this with the bottom of my heart. If you come to my restaurant and you order an egg white omelet, that's all I got to say. But let me know, broke or bougie? Eggs with hot sauce. Now, you got to depend on the hot sauce. You got homemade hot sauce. You got burn your butt hot sauce. You got some Valentina. You got some Louisiana hot sauce. Is it broke or bougie? An avocado toast with an egg. Is it broke or is it bougie? A delicacy. One of God's best creation. Ramen. And a fried egg. Is it broke or is it bougie? Don't ever be ashamed of where you started. Don't ever be ashamed. Because that struggle plate, that's what built your grind. That same meal that you have on your worst days can become the foundation of your best ones. The eggs have been sitting here for quite some time now. And I want to show you how the egg is still runny on the fried egg. Look at this. I don't got to make it up. Look at that. The egg is still runny. Now with the omelet, I can pick it up. And look at that. It's still intact. It's beautifully made for the person that's going to eat it. Remember that avocado toast? Look at this. Look at that. I'm not lying. Look at it. Perfectly poached egg. And then the cross section of the boss mode sandwich. Man, I've been wanting to eat this since we have it. Look at this. Now it's not like your YouTube, TikTok viral one that has like a big stupid egg and like big thick bacon. Like I said, whatever y'all want to do it, you do it, but trust this process. You want to have even amount of ratio on vegetables and egg and meats. You don't want it to be so disproportionate. There's another egg sandwich that I make that is so good with Spam. Oh, I can't wait for y'all to try that one on another episode. So I'm going to try this. Ready? Simple, easy, but so delicious. Look, watch this. I'm going to get my wife, and she's going to put her input on this. Now, looking at all of these, which one out of all of these are your favorite ones?
The omelet.
The omelet? Mm-hmm. Okay. And why is the omelet?
Because you make it often.
Okay. All right. So I want you to try this sandwich and tell me your thoughts on this sandwich.
Is that bologna?
Yeah. You don't like bologna.
No,
I know you don't.
Bologna.
I know you don't. I know. Go ahead, try it. Hey, don't knock it till you try it. That's how I always say. Give her a moment to savor it. What do you think?
It's good. There's vinegar?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's really good, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. For someone that doesn't like bologna, she ate it and she liked it. Now, with that, ladies and gentlemen, I bid you adieu. This was the Grub and Grind, where food is the conversation and the hustle is the story. And now, on to the next one. See ya.